Hi guys and welcome to Real Madrid versus Manchester City, the round of 16 second leg. Hope you got... Whoa. My phone was on, playing the sound of the stream. Nope, this is not recording. My phone was playing it. But yes, we are going to be watching the match, of course. Why is this one so late? I wonder why. Read the title, Deluxe. W's in the chat, by the way. The game has just kicked off. I got jump scared by my own voice there, by the way, which is crazy. But yes, the match has kicked off, and we will be watching, of course, Real Madrid absolutely annihilate Manchester City because they're trash, and we're better. 3-0. Hopefully we don't fall for the remontada like, of course, Sporting did on Bodo Glimt. That game is 4-3 now. Sporting absolutely annihilated them because Bodo are not who we thought they were, I guess. But yeah, well done to Bodo, again, this far, though. You can't, say negative about them for what they've done in this tournament. They've really done a good job, and, we appreciate that. W's in the chat. W's magic for the Dono as well. The 95% chance, it was correct as well. 95% chance that we are absolutely insane. Mbappe takes the shot. Oh, it's Valverde. I don't know. Valverde is now taking shots. Yes, I just realized Valverde plays striker almost now. I don't even know if Mbappe's playing, to be honest. I didn't check the lineup yet, so I've not been on it today. I just been doing some other stuff, but now we're ready. I'm going to add you, of course, to the Dono board. Magic, you absolute goat. 95% chance successful, and of course we are W's. Okay, there we go. Yes. I don't know what's going on. I'm going crazy. Okay, let's please look at the scoreline, Dino. Please, can you not read it? Okay, here we go. So, for Real Madrid, we have Courtois as the goalkeeper. We have Trent as the right back, Rudiger and Huijsen as the two centre backs, and Fran Garcia as the left back. Valverde, right mid. Thiago pitch up, probably going to be playing right mid, but FUTMod lists him as the centre mid, along with Tchouaméni, but, we'll see. And Arda Güler, of course, as the left mid there. Brahim and Vinny as the two strikers. Valverde, I can't believe he actually missed that shot, to be honest. I thought it was Mbappe just from the hairstyle. I actually got similar hairstyles now. But yeah, it wasn't good there. City, if they score early on, is bad. And they hit the post and it bounces away. Whoa. We need to slow down. What is going on? There is so much stuff going on right now. There's like a shot from that end, shot that end. Can we just defend? Can we just chill? Okay. And yes, hit the like and sub button indeed, guys. Smash like for W's. Yo, Dino, I got 66 on Azerite today. W's. By the way, shout out for being Titanium T-Rex CDF and Bartolo. I think Bartolo was here. I don't know. No clue. Yes, Bartolo was here. Shout out both of you guys for being Titanium T-Rex, and hello to everyone else. Hope you guys are all doing good, of course. And W's to everyone, of course. W's to Magic, you absolute goat. But yes, the City lineup is going to be as follows. We have Donnarumma as the goalkeeper, who did a good save right before. Nuri is the left back. We have Ruben Diaz and Kusanov as the two centre backs, and Mateus Nunes as the right back, with Rodri as the midfielder, Doku as the left mid. We have Reinders and Bernardo Silva as the two CMs, with Cherki as the right mid, and Haaland, of course, as the striker, who did absolutely nothing the other game, and hopefully he does nothing this game as well. I thought there was a goal in the other game there. I've got other games open on FUTMob, so I get like a goal notification. I don't know which one it's for. It can even be for games outside the CL, and that game was Wrexham versus Watford. I got a notification for, so no. Every other game is still 0-0. The professional yapper, indeed. I'm so yappy today. Did you see that I sent the first full album? I did not see Sans, because I only woke up about 2 hours ago. So, W's for that. Actually, more than 2 hours ago now. 3 hours ago. But yes, W's in the chat. And Courtois doing a volleyball save right there as well, with the nice little... Let me do that with volleyball. What did I just drive over? I don't know. Okay, it's going to be a kick by Bernardo Silva trying to go into the box, and it's just cleared away. I think Mbappe's on the bench as well here. He is. Okay, so he will come on in the second half, most likely, probably 70th minute or so. Don't want to waste his, energy if we, are advancing in the tournament. We need him to be fit for the later stages where we verse actual hard opponents, not this trash. We verse Bayern. They're a hard opponent. We might verse some other harder opponents. Let's take a look, in fact, at the knockouts. I believe we've got the hardest side. So we'll be versing Bayern most likely in the next, edition of this, in the quarters. where we verse Bayern, who have beat 6-1 on Atalanta. This is before even the second leg. You know, they're playing right now. And then also it will be PSG most likely versus Galatasaray. I don't think Liverpool will advance, honestly. I really don't think so, because Liverpool's not good. So we'll probably see PSG versus us again, you know, a rematch of the Club World Cup. We'll see that in the semis, and then whoever wins that gets to the final. So PSG actually have a pretty, you know, solid road to the final again. They could go back-to-back finals here, but, you know, we'll see. Hopefully we prevent them from doing that, of course. And then, you know, Arsenal's on the other side with Barca and stuff. I do think Arsenal could get to the final here very easily. Because they've got the quality to beat Barcelona on that side. The rest of the teams on there are, you know, nobodies. And W's magic again. Okay, wow. Hello, guys, girls, planets, and colognes. Okay, wow. PSG 1-0. What the heck is going on? Okay, W's magic. You're absolutely W times 2. So, and, you know, hopefully these donations are actually going to help us win the game. You know, let's not bottle now when we're having some good luck here. And hi, Akshat. Welcome stream. Hope you're doing good. Bayern, then PSG, then Barca, Arsenal. Yeah. I hope that we can beat Bayern. I'm going to be real honest. Bayern's a hard opponent, but I do think we are good in knockout football. So we can definitely get this one done. If we just solidly beat City, who are actually really attacking at the moment. They've got a lot of dangerous attacks going on because they really want that remontada. As long as we solidly beat them, go into the Bayern game with Mbappe fresh, we defend well. Bayern's got goalkeeper problems. We can exploit that if their goalkeepers don't heal up for that game. And then we can, of course, beat them. And then PSG is not really too much of a worry this season, I believe, because I'm very confident on the fact still that PSG has been, you know, their season was last season. They're done. They're not going to really perform at the highest level anymore. You know, it's a pretty hard take now that they're 6-2 on aggregate against Chelsea, but I still am going to stick by that, where I don't think they're there as they were last season. You know, that season they were like fully encapsulation of, you know, perfect. But, you know, this season they're not really that. Let's hope Madrid can win this game. Absolutely, Kazuma. Welcome stream. Hope you're doing good. W's. Madrid should win this game. I mean, you know, if we don't win this, this is an embarrassment, you know, if we don't win it. In fact, if we get close to losing, it's even more embarrassing, and I hope they don't win the Champions League if they get close to losing this, because, you know, winning 3-0 on aggregate in the first leg is strong, and it should set up the performance for the second leg to be strong as well, to maintain that dominance. I know it was, you know, a mixture of luck, but it was also a mixture of when I was watching the game on the stream, it was a mixture of also good, you know, ability of our players to actually perform under, you know, a lot of pressure. And that's something that we have and that most of these City players don't really have, is that ability. Valverde could have made it 4-0 at the start of this as well if he just hit that one over Donnarumma instead. I don't know why he kicked it at him. He should have chipped it. I don't know what he was thinking, to be honest. Whatever he's thinking, it wasn't correct. This is going to be now, I believe... Is that Bernardo Silva on the right wing? He is doing a lot today, and diving in the box is one of them. He just absolutely falls over in there with zero touch onto his body, and he's still staying in there. One thing I don't like is when players dive and they've clearly dove, and it's just really frustrating to watch. Like, look at Bernardo there, so, like, slowly get up. You know, Trossard's dad, who's the referee for this game, of course, has not called anything. He's telling him to get up, and he's just still diving on the floor like a big baby. You know, please, Bernardo, get up. You know, you don't perform in Portugal, and now you're trying to perform in Man City, you know, like, let's be real, Bernardo. Can you actually, like, just get out? But, yeah, so hopefully we do have a good game tonight. Rodri's got the ball now. I hope he gets an ACL tear again as well, because, you know, I just don't like him. And this is going to be Mateus Nunes just kicking the ball over to Bernardo Silva again. Why is Bernardo suddenly that guy? Does anyone know why Bernardo thinks he's that guy suddenly? Like... He does not perform at all in Portugal, and then as soon as he gets to a club level, he's suddenly that guy that's like, you know, connecting the whole field together. I think Real Madrid can defend well enough to not concede 3 goals. If Real Madrid can even score 1 more goal, then there's 0. Yeah, absolutely. I do think we can score another in this game. They might win the game, but we will score another. So I do think it's possible for us to get a 2-1, and that, of course, would mean that we still win on aggregate by 2 goals. Bro's not him and he is him at the same time. Exactly, he's not him and him. Like, how is that even possible? Like, who tryhards in the club and in the country, they become, like, straight up the worst player I've ever seen in my life? I remember watching the Portugal games after the Nations League. This guy was horrendous. And he takes a shot and he almost scores. What is going on? And Cherky's also here as well now. Okay. Yeah, Cherky is doing a lot of good work as well in this game so far. I've noticed he took the one that hit the post, I believe, not Bernardo. It was either him or Bernardo. I do think it was him that time. Yeah, and he takes this shot, actually. I did think that was Bernardo, but that was Cherky. The fact some Madrid fans want Rodri. I know. I can't believe there are some fans that want Rodri. Get out, Rodri. Get out. Man, I don't even want Rodri to even come near me. Like, I don't want him to go to any club. I honestly want him to, you know, just retire, honestly, because, you know, he's probably the worst Ballon d'Or winner ever in the history of the winners. He is the most forgettable winner. You know, you only remember him by the fact that he is the worst winner. And he just, I don't know, doesn't perform. He doesn't perform. I know a lot of people are saying, you know, all these stats and that sort of stuff. When it comes to the visual test, you know, another thing about players is the eye test. And when you're watching Rodri, you just see trash like that. He just straight up falls over and gives us the ball. Thanks, Rodri, by the way. Brahim, solo run with Vinny. It's a 2v3. Vinny, trying to get past Matheus Nunes, does get pretty marked up there nice and tightly. Yeah, that was a bad mistake by Rodri. He just falls over, you know, on the ball. He just completely trips over. No contact whatsoever and loses it. And now it's back with him. Rodri just gives the ball back to Trent. Okay, this is going to be Valverde. When GTA 6 comes out, Dino will turn 30. What? Okay. Rodri for Ballon d'Or. If Rodri gets the Ballon d'Or ever again, I will actually quit football. I'm not even joking. This guy should not ever get it again. I can't even believe he still got it. I think that was straight up the worst decision of the Ballon d'Or committee ever. But yeah, I just don't know. Even this game so far, he has made all the mistakes for their team so far. He has given away the ball about 3 times. Yeah, just the visual test does not work at all on Rodri. We need 1 goal before halftime at least. Yeah, if we get a goal before halftime. First of all, Vinny scored the pen last game. Man, we could have, you know, this could have been easy. You know, we wouldn't have had to worry. But no, Vinny didn't, you know, gave us the hard route as per usual. And now we have to score a goal before halftime to just secure this one. And hi, Goat Craze. Welcome to stream. I hope you're doing good. Adagula's goal was amazing. Yes, it was indeed amazing. That Real Madrid game that I couldn't watch because Al Nassr were playing at the same time and I was in the stadium. So couldn't watch the match, unfortunately. But yeah, I did see it afterwards on a replay. It looked phenomenal. How long, how far he shot from. That is insane, man. Vinny needs to practice his pens. Vinny needs to stop taking pens altogether. He just needs to, you know, take only for the pen shootout and just practice for that. For pens during the match, never give it to Vinny, please. You know, just don't. Arbeloa, you know, I don't want to see Vinny taking pens anymore. Every time he takes one during a match, I swear he misses. Rodri, long-range shot just straight out because he can't hit on target. By the way, guys, in this match, I will be dogging on Rodri every time I see him get the ball. I'm not even joking. I will just keep on saying bad about this guy. Like, that's my hatred for Rodri is like, it's out of this building. It's like way over down the street, with how much I hate that guy. Dino, there is something wrong with your audio. It comes and goes. I thought it was me at first, but I went to other channels and it doesn't happen. It could be there. I don't know. My audio seems fine. I mean, it doesn't really ever have bad audio, I guess. You know, it was my mic not plugged in properly. There we go. Maybe it was too loud. I guess sometimes the mic volume turns itself up and it might be too loud. But no, it says that it's working continually. I don't know. Maybe it's just a live stream latency thing. There is some echo and static. Static probably is just the background of the fish tank pump there, so that's probably that. But echo, I have no clue. It's not me. PSG 2-0. Yeah, Chelsea's gone. Bye-bye, Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea's out of this competition. PSG will be our possible opponent now, and it looks like Galatasaray is going to have a hard time once they get through against Liverpool. So we're going to have to see that. This is now Cherky crossing it in towards Haaland. He completely misses the header, and it goes straight out. It's going to be a goal kick. Goal kick. Courtois. Yeah, Chelsea got absolutely annihilated there. Jeez. 6-2, or 7-2 even on aggregate. That is insane. 6-2 from the first goal. Yeah, Mbappe on the bench there. I do think if Mbappe comes on, definitely can score against City. You know, he scored against them a lot. They're not great this season as well. I mean, they're good, fine in the Prem, but in the Champions League, they haven't been that great. So we could definitely see Mbappe score a goal. Vinny is an exceptional player. He has become better under Arbeloa, but pens are not his strong suit. Yeah, I don't know why they keep trying to give him the pens as well. It's actually really frustrating when they keep saying to him to take. He is not a pen taker. Do not let him take pens. You know, I'd rather Brahim or someone like that take a pen, or Trent even. Last game, it should have been Valverde taking the pen, first of all. I know there was this thing saying, you know, Valverde gave it to him. But, you know, even if he gave it to him, Vinny should have made him take it. You know, he doesn't have that confidence to take a penalty. So, you know, just let someone else take it. Let the score go to 4-0, and then Vinny can be the hero in the sense that he knew he couldn't take it, and someone else took it for him, and they scored. You know, I mean, it's not a guarantee Valverde would have scored, but it would have been a better chance than Vinny just kicking the ball straight into the goalkeeper. Or doing something else, you know, bad, like his other pens. And hi, Red Baller. Welcome to stream. Hope you're doing good. And how you get players and teams that are trash yet somehow win big awards and trophies and then go back to trash. Yeah, I know. That's actually been City lately as well, where they just don't perform whatsoever. And then they just suddenly get really good and like like they perform in the league, bare minimum, and they're still up there in the top 2 contention for the title. But, you know, that's just what it is when you have good players like, you know, City's players. They have a lot of good players, so they can really just play the bare minimum and get away with scrappy games. You know, that's also happened with Olali this season in the SPL, where Olali just got Tony, and they are still performing because, you know, they get away with the bare minimum of 1-0s or 2-1s. They occasionally win big, but it's very rare. And that's why, you know, you can expose those sorts of teams. Like, for example, here, they're being exposed in the knockout competition. And it's very evident as well. Vinny, now on the left wing here, has a chance to cross in as well. Could take the shot himself. He does! And he hits the crossbar, and it bounces off Donnarumma. Still in. Cross going in. Vinny controls. Takes a shot, and it goes out for a corner. Oh my goodness. I can't believe Donnarumma saved that one with his back. It says it's offside now, the linesman, but what the heck? He shoots from the left wing, hits the inner post. I think it bounces off the crossbar as well, so it hits both of them, and then hits Donnarumma and bounces out. Yeah, there is an ask for handball here, but it's offside, so there's no real... Is it offside? I'm not sure about that linesman call there, to be honest. I do think that's onside still. Slightly kept onside by Kusanov, I think. But yeah, how unlucky. Okay, it doesn't hit the crossbar. It hits the post. Inner post. Bounces off Donnarumma's back. What is going on? How unlucky is that? That is unlucky. Which one is better, Madrid or Man City? Madrid. 100,000%. Of course, you know, you can probably tell what team I'm supporting here. Isn't the badge on this? Oh, yeah, the badge is here. You can probably tell what team I'm supporting, but, you know. Trossard ref is checking for a possible penalty, actually. Checking for a possible pen. That is not offside. Absolutely. I don't know why they called for an offside there. Did they call, or was he given corner and then because he raised his flag like that really quickly, so I thought maybe he gave it offside, but maybe he gave a corner and then did that. Let's take a look. Is that handball? That is a handball. That is a handball. With elbow, Bernardo Silva hits the ball away from the goal. Bernardo thinks he's him as well. Why is he in defense now? Suddenly Bernardo's in defense and he's an attacker. Why is Bernardo Silva there? Okay, I'm not going to ask about that question. But second of all, yeah, he is definitely handballed there. That is onside. That is onside. The linesman's not right there saying that that's offside. Yeah, that is onside, absolutely. Is Arsenal somehow not going to score again all match? Yeah, I don't know. Arsenal need a lock-in against Leverkusen, I'm not going to lie, because it's kind of embarrassing that they're not winning against them. Especially Leverkusen's not really good this season. I definitely think they can return, but Ten Hag really did kind of wreck that team, along with, you know, a lot of players leaving. So, you know, we'll see how, you know, Leverkusen regains form next season. Hopefully Xabi Alonso could go back there. I feel like he should go back. I don't know, go back to Leverkusen, rebuild with a new set of players. Yeah, this pen check should be going to Real. There's no way they don't give us a penalty for this trash. Bernardo Silva's elbowing the ball off the line. I mean, you know, that was intentional as well. He literally brings his elbow to it and hits it away. It's not like he's accidentally turning. He's bringing his elbow there. Check in the monitor. Here we go. Let's see what this Trossard's dad gives. What's he going to give? He ran to the middle. He thought the monitor was there. It's actually on the side. All the City fans getting annoyed at him as well there. That's absolutely a pen. That is absolutely a pen. Yeah, he extends his elbow out. He's like this. He's like standing like this, and then he extends his elbow out. Penalty given. And red card. Denial of goal scoring opportunity. Bye-bye, Bernardo. See you later, man. Bye-bye. Bro, try hard against City and then doesn't play in... This is what I'm saying, you know. The player gets what he deserves, you know. Try hards in his club, but doesn't perform in his country as well, man. Just get out. Get out. Ruben Diaz is the captain. I almost said Ruben Neves. I was too focused on Portugal. Ruben Diaz captain now. Bernardo Silva going because of that denial of goal scoring. And see you later, Bernardo. You absolute wash player. And you get a direct red card for that trash. Okay. There we go. Red card for City. And I'll also put it up on the scoreboard as well. Score sheet. Red card. Ronaldo Silva. And I don't know who's going to take this pen, honestly. It's Vinny. If Vinny scores here, fair enough. But I don't like that, honestly. Okay, we'll see. There we go. Put that up there. Please, Vinny, score. Please score. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, Vinny, please. I beg you, man. Just hit it in. Just hit it in. Just do a normal pen. Just kick the ball on the net. You know, don't kick it at Donnarumma. Don't kick it out. Don't kick it on the post. Kick it into the net. Here we go. Come on, Vinny. You got this, man. Here we go. Stutters and sends Donnarumma the wrong way. Thank goodness you actually practiced pens before this match. Thank you, Vinny. Thank you. Vinny Jr. goal penalty in the 22nd minute, I would argue. 21st, 22nd. W's in the chat for Vinny. Let's go. And we finally get it to 4-0 as well on aggregate. That is an absolute W in my opinion because we can't lose. We're not losing now. There is no way. I mean, there's no way I can jinx this either. If we lose from 4-0, that's not a jinx. That's just straight up, they don't know what they're doing. 4-0 aggregate. Get absolutely sent, City. And, yeah, it looks like we'll be versus Bayern in the second leg here. They're also they're now on 10 men. You know, 9 players on field, not including the goalkeeper. There is no way we can lose from here. If we lose, then this is actually stupid. Yeah, what a pen as well. Really nice. Just sends it to the bottom right corner. Yeah, brilliant pen run-up as well. He actually does a nice pen there, so he must have been practicing. There's no way he doesn't practice. And that is a moment right there. And hi, Adam. Welcome to stream. Hope you're doing good. Hits the Mi 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 as well. I can't believe he hit that. Wait, I got a moment right there. And hi, Adam. Hits the Mi 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 as well. Hit the Mi Mi Mi. I don't know. I just realized I was playing my own stream in the background on my computer so you could hear myself again. Okay, yeah, let's hit the Mi 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 a second time when I can actually do stuff properly on this PC. There we go. There we go. Now I can actually do stuff properly on this computer. Vinny, solo run. Valverde's Brahim's coming on the side. Vinny takes the shot. Vinny misses. What the heck are you doing? Oh my goodness. Oh, man. How do you miss from that opportunity? How? He skills past 2 and then he's... Oh, what? You hit a good pen and now you don't know how to shoot. Could have been 2-0, 6-0, 5-0 in aggregate, man. I'm being too greedy, you know, be happy for the 4-0. Be happy for the 4-0. Can't be too greedy here. Nah, he should have hit that, though, I'm going to be honest. But still, that was a good play by Vinny. Runs up there. Nice cut in as well. He just needs to get the finishing on point there. Another dive by City in the box because they can only hope for pens. Valverde kicks the ball out. It's going to be a throw-in. Arsenal needs to win EPL and beat City in Carabao Cup, so City gets nothing. Yeah, they can get no trophies this season. Yeah, they relax, they can't lose. I know, I'm being too greedy. Yellow card as well for someone here. I don't know who the yellow card's for. Sent the song. W's, Sands. W's. Yeah, I just want them to get destroyed, that's why. I'm so happy. Pep gets yellow. Okay. Pep with the yellow card. He's asking the fourth official why he's getting yellow here. I mean, you were kind of complaining on the side there. 100% that is not a foul by Rudiger. I do think he touches the ball there on 8 Nuri. Oh, I see why Pep... Okay, yeah, he gets a yellow card for approaching the fourth official and touching him on the head. There. I mean, it's not really the worst of touches there. He sort of just does that to his face, so it's not that bad. But, you know, I can understand why they gave one. Kind of undeserved a little bit. Trent. Play Dino Reacts. Trust. I don't have my headphones on. I only know where the Mi 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 key is. I forgot where the other one is. Rumor, CR7 to come on in second half. Yeah, that's why he's watching with the team. Yeah, exactly. Ronaldo's, you know, been getting ready for this moment his whole 2 weeks of missing Al Nassr. He will be back, though, April 3rd for the Al Nassr versus Al Najma game, most likely. He's supposed to also play for Portugal. Solo run for Brahim. Come on, finish this one, Brahim. Just falls in the box there. Nice defense there. I believe that is from Kusanov. Just tracks him really nicely. That was a good track by Kusanov. And it's now going to be over to Vinny trying to win the ball. Rodri just gets rid of it. And it's going to be now a little bit of a fast break for Reinders. Doku's on the left. Trent's marking him pretty tightly here. People were saying Trent would get passed by Doku easily. But Trent's been marking him actually nicely in the past 2 games. This game and the last game. Brahim's getting absolutely pulled around by the City players. And it's just play on, supposedly. Haaland gets a breakaway and takes a shot. Courtois saves that one. And Rodri misses an open goal because he can't shoot for his life. And Courtois, another brilliant save there. Really nice as well. Save from Courtois. Of course, he's always saving us on these sorts of games. And he's always, you know, there. He's relevant always inside of a match. You know, you can never win a game without Courtois playing at his finest. And yeah, just a nice save there on Haaland. I don't actually think that was going in, though. I think it was curling out away from the goal. So Haaland put too much spin on it. But yeah, still better to be safe than, you know, concede. You know, you don't want to concede, especially now you get 4-0. You want to keep the clean sheet as long as possible in this match, you know, keep it maybe for, till 70th minute. I think that's, if you concede in the 70th, it's not going to be the end of the world. Just got to be careful because, you know, anything can happen in a match, anything. Also looks like that the final score for Sporting versus Bodo, what is that currently? Because I don't know if it's the final score, if they're still going. Let's take a look. I want to see what's currently going on. It is still, it's 5-0 for Sporting. Oh, no. Yeah, Bodo's been knocked. Unfortunate for Bodo Glimt. They're going from winning 3-0 at home to suddenly... Vinny! Missing an open goal again. Oh, well, it's not an open goal. Goalkeeper's still there, but it's a tap in. It's okay, Vinny. Good job. In the position at the right time again as well. Poor Bodo, man. 5-0 away. That is crazy. That is actually crazy. I can't believe that actually happened to them. And hi, not chap. Hi equals hello for those who just joined the stream. I'm just using slang. Yeah. Guys, hi equals hello. For anyone joining the stream, I'm just using slang. Yeah, exactly. I didn't know that, honestly. I didn't know hi was slang. Okay, this is going to be Ruben Dias, Kusanov. Now, I think that is Reinders. Yeah, Reinders is number 4. Doku. I'm surprised. Reinders is number 4. Never would have expected him to be a number 4. I always expected Reinders to be like a number 22 or something like that, but I don't know. Maybe it is. And hi, W-. Welcome to stream. I hope you're doing good. Madrid, 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 Madrid. A la Madrid. Indeed. And we are going to absolutely get through to Bayern in the next round. Imagine if Bayern got knocked out. That would be crazy. I mean, it doesn't look like it's going to happen, obviously. Very, very low chance of that. Like, probably a 1% chance of Bayern getting knocked out. But, you know, I mean, they're using their 5th goalkeeper, so anything can happen. All the other 4 are injured. I mean, the guy they're calling up is a youth academy player. And he's not even the first choice youth academy player, I think. He's like the second choice. And nice little defense there on Rodri by Rudiger. Nice and easy right there. It's now going to be back into the defense for Kusanov. Yeah, 5. I can't believe that was 5-0 in that game. That is crazy. And Dino Reacts is the start. Okay, I'll play Dino Reacts at halftime. You know what, Sans? I'll play it at halftime. Okay, this is going to be with Cherky. I'm glad Bernardo Silva got off, actually, because I was confusing Bernardo and Cherky and some plays. So, yeah, I'm glad that I can finally just say Cherky instead of Bernardo Silva. My local TV channel really hates Madrid 2 weeks in a row where they broadcast PSG games, so now I have to watch it on Paramount. I know, they a lot of these channels, I swear, don't like watching Madrid games because why is Madrid like the one that's broadcasted on like one application and the rest of them are like on TNT Sports, you know, Sky Sports, And then you have a bunch of other ones as well, like Stan Sports, even all these others. And then Madrid is just literally on like one of them. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like last week, I was watching on TNT Sports the first leg, but yeah, then they switched it up. This leg's on BN only, so yeah, it's kind of frustrating, especially since BN's like really laggy compared to TNT. So yeah, unfortunately, got to do that. Okay, cross going in by Reinders, and Courtois just catches that. That was probably the worst corner I think I've seen from a cross, because it just got crossed to no one. I'm actually surprised. That wasn't even Reinders' fault there. That was the player faults. Like, where was anyone in the box there? There was, like, no one. The box was empty of City players. The only player I could see was Haaland, but he was not even near the cross. So that was really strange. Play Dino Reacts at the ending song. Actually, for halftime, you should play the video up until the end of the halftime. I'll see. I'll play Dino Reacts as the ending song. I don't know about a halftime video, but I'll see what I can do. I like to just keep it clean for the football streams, you know what I'm saying. Haaland now passing over to Trent, because he just gives it away. Trent tries to get that cross onto Vinny, but just not successful there. Donnarumma cleaning up there, just passing it now back over to Mateus Nunes. Mateus Nunes has Rodri open. Rodri receives. Come on, Rodri. Mess up. No, you just pass back to Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz now to over to Ait-Nouri. Ait-Nouri now just holding up the ball back to Rodri, who is going to almost cough the ball straight up again. He does get that away to Kusanov. I mean, the vid with the song. Oh, the vid with the songs. Okay. I'll see what I can do. Okay. Maybe I'll forget. I'm not too sure. We'll see. Cherky. Now over to Reinders. Always nickname for Reinders, reindeer. For anyone that's wondering. Okay, that goes straight out. It's going to be a goal kick there. I actually don't really mind any of City's other players. I don't really dislike any of them, honestly. Only ones I dislike, Rodri, of course, and then Bernardo Silva, just because of his attitude towards the national team compared to, you know, his club. I really don't like it when a player, you know, doesn't try, you know, in the national team. You know, at least if you get called up, you know, it's a big honor to get called up. And, you know, I know Bernardo used to be, you know, trying as well, but now recently he just doesn't. And I don't know, I just don't like that, where you can see him play, you know, for example, in City, he plays really well. You know, red card, you know, not really to do with his playing, because it was a handball denying a goal-scoring opportunity, you know, but still, I mean, he just, I don't know, he just doesn't have the same attitude, I guess. That's what I feel. Yeah, the rest of their players, though, I mean, I don't really dislike any of them, actually. I mean, they're all pretty likable people. You know, a lot of them I do wish actually came to Real. But yeah, just, you know, Rodri, Bernardo. That is a nice little play there from Fran Garcia to try and win a corner. I don't know if he won it. No, it's a goal kick instead, and it's going to go straight out to Ait-Nouri. I mean, I'll send the message right before halftime then. Yeah, sure. And hi, Indu. Welcome to stream. I hope you're doing good. 4-0. Which is an absolute W's on aggregate, of course, 1-0 in the current match. This is now going to be over to Mateus Nunes, trying to find a ball to Ryan Cherky. Did I just say, yeah, Ryan Cherky? For some reason, I thought that wasn't his first name, but yeah, I was correct. Feel sad for Bodo? I mean, yeah, I feel sad for them too, but I also don't mind Sporting getting through, to be honest, because Sporting, I like Sporting a lot. So I don't really mind whoever got through that game. It wasn't really a big, you know, thing for me, especially since they're probably going to get knocked out by Arsenal in the next round anyway. If Arsenal get through here, Arsenal are going to have to try hard. Like, there's no way. It's still 0-0 in their game as well. I actually can't believe that they're drawing to Bayer Leverkusen. Like, already, Bayer Leverkusen's goalkeeper has 7 saves. He's got an 8.1 rating on FootMob. That, just for context, the rest of their players have an average of 6. So he's got an 8.1 their goalkeeper. That is crazy. Yeah, but Arsenal need to step up their game here, honestly. They really do need to do that. And yeah, 7-2 is crazy. I know, PSG absolutely annihilating Chelsea. I mean, personally, I feel like that Chelsea should have done better in this Champions League. I don't know why. I just feel like they just weren't on it. I guess like they were other seasons, you know, definitely. I feel like they could have done a better number, especially after that Club World Cup, you know, beating PSG. I actually thought PSG would get eliminated in the round of 16. It would be Chelsea going through, but I was proven wrong there. PSG really did lock in for revenge against Chelsea after the Club World Cup. And, man, they got destroyed. Cole Palmer really not, of use to Chelsea, to be honest. I thought he would be scoring again, but no. Yeah, it's just what a game, actually, as well. 7-2. A lot of good games in the Champions League this year, 4-0 aggregate this game, 7-2 aggregate Chelsea PSG. What other games? Galatasaray beating Liverpool, Bayern 6-1. I mean, so many, too many long range, and Donnarumma just catches that one. Hot take, Madrid should just focus on Champions League. They lost to La Liga already. That's what I'm saying as well. I was saying this as well. I was thinking that they should just completely focus on the Champions League. There is no use in the La Liga. It could be one. It could be. Just keep winning games there. You can play on the side, sort of just, having that as your second sort of focus. Now focus on Champions League, because this is let's be real. What would you rather win, Champions League or League? Champions League every day of the week, honestly, for me. I personally couldn't really care. If we won a Champions League, La Liga is so much more superior that I wouldn't care if we lost the La Liga to win the Champions League. Honestly, because Champions League is just the best competition in the world, just about. Not including the World Cup, of course. But yeah, winning a 16th Champions League would be crazy. And with these set of players, we can definitely do knockout football, and that's what Real Madrid's always best at, knockout football. They're not better at league football. They're better at knockout football, and that's always been their thing. So really focusing on this knockout competition, I think we have a very solid chance of winning it here, especially since, of course, Arsenal scored 1-0, Eze. Thank goodness Arsenal winning that game, because they need to knock out Barca for us. We need to really hope that Arsenal can knock out Barca for us to win here, because if we get Barca in the final after we beat Bayern and PSG, because I do think we can beat both of those teams, especially Bayern's goalkeeper problem, and PSG, I just don't think this is their year again. I do think that Arsenal in the final is going to be easier than Barca. I know we've never won to Arsenal, right? But I do think that Real Madrid can win against them in a final of a Champions League, because, Arsenal haven't had that mentality yet. They might have the mentality if they've never won the competition. They've not really won trophies this season, or in any season really for the past few years. They might have that mentality to try and push through and win. But Real Madrid have the experience of winning trophies. Even without the players of old, they've got a bunch of new players here. It doesn't really matter, because everyone's got that ideology of, we're playing for this club that wins this competition all the time. And, in a final, we can really prove that. And I do think we can. Brahim, very nice shot there. He absolutely sends Ruben Diaz to the floor. That is embarrassing. Please, Ruben Diaz, in the World Cup, can you lock in and not play like that? Because you looked horrendous there. I'm not even joking. We got to think about World Cup players as well for Portugal as well during these games. So whenever you see like a Portugal player playing absolutely trash, I just feel bad, because it's like, Ruben Diaz, man, you cannot be getting sent to the floor on the World Cup. You need to be up and defending. I want to see you play well. It's 4-0 now. I want to start seeing Ruben Diaz play good, because, you're a defender. You're not going to really score, are you? And yeah, Brahim, amazing play there. Really nice. Hopefully, as well, we don't have to force sub Brahim to bring on Mbappe. I feel like Mbappe should just come on naturally in this game. Don't force sub him just to make an appearance, because we want to keep Mbappe's legs good for the remaining rounds. I do think that Mbappe can really help us out in the next stages of the competition, especially against Bayern. So, yeah, definitely we need to keep him fresh and not just over-exaggerate his injury, overextend it to last longer. Trent's going to take a free kick here. And no, it's taken instead by Arda, and it just gets knocked out for a corner. Really nice. Really nice. Should Bernardo deserve World Cup 26 spot? Nope. Get Bernardo out of there. I do not like Bernardo's attitude at all. Not because of the World Cup as well. Not because of the red card. I don't like his attitude for try-harding for Man City and then not even trying in Portugal. This guy, remember we were watching those Portugal games. I said it before earlier, but since you weren't there, Indu. We were watching those Portugal games. He was awful in them. He was not trying. He was just the worst player on the field. And then he tries for City. I really don't like that. I don't like that sort of attitude from a player. And it's not even a different season. It's the same season. And hi, Supreme. Welcome, stream. Hope you're doing good. And I forgot Sunday is the derby. So if it's 5-0, Arbeloa should rest some guys. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Also, DinoDoomz, who has a bigger forehead, Haaland or KSI? KSI. Yeah, KSI has a bigger forehead. Haaland has a bigger forehead than the entire stadium. Even airport will fit on it. Bro, KSI doesn't even stand. You're saying Haaland? That is crazy. I mean, you know, Haaland got a pretty big one, but I mean, KSI's one's like planetary size. You know, Haaland's probably like city size. Tchouaméni trying to dribble through. He gets sent to the floor there by nice defense from Kusanov. And it's going to be cleared away. Kusanov is going to be a problem in the World Cup for Portugal as well. You know, we got Uzbekistan in the group stage, I believe. I think. Yeah, so we're going to have sort of a problem here with his nation because he is a good player. He could really carry them as well. I feel like Uzbekistan could be a dark horse in the competition. So we need a lock in. Colombia, I don't think we'll have as much of a problem as we do here. I can confirm that KSI has a forehead, indeed. Doku. Trying to win a corner. He does not. It's going to be a goal kick. Do you see the Bale interview with Neville? I did not, unfortunately. Yeah, I've been going to a lot of football matches recently. I've actually been going to past couple. Reinders actually gets the corner. It's going to be taken on. Reinders, Cherky, back to Reinders. Through ball to Doku. Doku holding up in the box there. He crosses it in, and Haaland with a tap in. It's 1-1. 1-1. 4-1 on aggregate. They've actually brought one back there. Haaland got a goal there. He's not looking happy, of course. You know, it's not really anything at the moment. But that is not good. That is not good. That's a sign that, you know, now we're three gap again. And a 3 gap can be closed in a half. You know, it's not like it's impossible to do that. You can score 3 goals in one half like we did against them. All our 3 goals were in one half. So, yeah, we got to really be careful here and not to concede stuff like this. You know, this is a really embarrassing goal to concede. Just sloppy defense. No defense at all. Yeah, Trent just passes it over to Haaland by accident there. He's trying to intercept it, and, yeah, it just goes out. Forget resting players, indeed. Yeah, I wouldn't say rest any players for this one, to be honest. I think just go in and just finish this off. City fans are cheering there, saying that there's something in this game. But, I mean, guys, I'll be cheering when it's 4-3 at least, not when it's 4-1, because it could easily be 6-1 in next half. Like, I mean, yeah, they got some motivation there, but I don't think it's going to be that much. Artigula, solo run with 2 defense. Him by himself. You can pass into Brahim, or he can go for the Valverde pass. He goes for Valverde instead. Valverde, just very loose, terrible touch there. Doesn't like Valverde at all. Trent, long shot, and he almost actually scores. Wow. Good shot by Trent. Trent's actually been doing really nice lately, and I gotta say, Trent is doing, you know, he could definitely be one of our better players for this season. I think ever since that injury, he's really changed up, and he's been different. He's definitely been acting like a better player. And how do you let them score with 1 less man? I know exactly, especially with such a dominant gameplay so far. Thiago Pitchart now over to Artigula, now passing over to Brahim. Here we go. We need to get one back here, honestly. Getting one back would be essential for us. Haaland scoring, you know, I wasn't surprised. I thought they would score maybe in the 75th minute, but scoring the first half is not actually great for us at all. I thought this would be, you know, a relaxing game up until maybe 75th. They score a goal. You know, their free goal of the round. But no, they actually did manage to score. And that's not good. Not good at all. What if Dino has a bigger forehead than K? I do not have a bigger forehead. Look at my forehead size. That is, like, that big. I don't know. Like, it's not that big. I'll get my appearance point, but I'll go now. I don't know if I'll be back. No problem, Supreme. You get the appearance point. It's all good. Valverde. Trent. Crossing in. By the way, I've changed the stats of the invites. Now you only got to invite 5 people to win the $10 Steam gift card. And they have to, of course, you know, recur for the streams to get it. What a Jupiter-sized forehead. It's not Jupiter. That is small. That is not a big forehead. What are you guys saying? That's not even big. There you go. Like, it's not big. My hair feels so extravagant today. I mean, I did wash it right before this, so that's why it looks a bit different. Artigula crossing it in. Really nice cross as well. That was nice. Just no one received it. Artigula trying to win it off Doku. Just gives it away. If it becomes 2-1, though, for City, that is bad. I'm going to say this right now. It's very bad if it becomes 2-1. That's massively, massively, massive. No, it's not. It is not big at all. Bro, Trent has a bigger forehead. Pep's got a bigger forehead than me. And this guy doesn't even have a hairline. Okay, it's going to be with Cherky. Cherky over to Kusanov. Mateus Nunes. Reinders is available. Nope, just passing over to Ruben Dias. Ruben Diaz now over to 8 Nuri. Rodri's open, just doesn't receive the ball though, of course. No one wants to pass to that guy. Reinders, SUIII. Mateus Nunes. Good defense from us so far. We just cannot be coughing up balls and giving them goal chances, honestly, in this first half anymore. I would love to see a 2-1 before the halftime, but I don't think it's going to happen, honestly. DinoDoomz, the reason why I said the video with the songs, because I know when you're going to do a short stream with the 2 albums. I'll do one, I promise you. Don't worry. You don't have to worry. I will do one. Okay, I mean, I've gotten to eventually around to everything, you know. I got around to even the Creeper World game. I've been asked to do that for the past 3 months, and I've done it finally, you know. So I do get around to everything eventually. Brahim, through ball to Artigula. This should be a goal. No way we can... Vinny, man. This could have been 7-0 in the first half if Vinny actually learned how to shoot properly. I'm not even joking. Or just not shoot, but get to the ball. This is why I prefer Mbappe over Vinny. I can't lie, guys. I do prefer Mbappe. He's got much more of a good pitch sense than this. This pitch sense from Vinny is very... It's not... He's skillful. He's skillful. He's got the abilities. He's got technicality. Pitch sense is awful. It's awful. Sometimes he has it great, but it's just very inconsistent when he's actually doing well. Shared it with someone. He's going to come. Okay, W's at him. W's, yeah, they have to appear at least, you know, 2 or 3 times per week, you know, and then, yeah, absolutely, you'll get the reward there, Adam, once you get 5 people. So, yeah, I did change it. It's 5 people. You'll get the 40 points, though, of course, per invite. So, yeah, you'll get the 40 points. And, yeah, it's 5 people, 10 people, 15 people, and 20, and then, no, 5, 10, 20, 35. I think that's what I did. Instead of 75 for the final one and whatever. Sans make a song named Dino Reacts. Yeah, okay. Mbappe would have been offside in that play, Dino. No, he wouldn't have. Mbappe wouldn't have been offside. You know, if we didn't have Vinny taking up half the field just because he wants to play left wing, maybe Mbappe would have actually been, you know, had more opportunity to play. Like, I can't lie. This guy, Vinny... I like Vinny. I'm not saying I don't like him, but this guy, Vinny, just does not want to change position whatsoever. Artigula gets really foul here as well. Trossard's dad just coming over to check on what's going on. Rodri's really trying to argue there with Brahim as well. Look at Rodri. He thinks he's him as well. This guy has been... I'm not even joking. This guy's the most useless Ballon d'Or winner I've ever seen in my life. Like, yeah, Ruben Diaz does 100% foul Artigula there. He just skills past Ruben Diaz, and then Ruben Diaz kicks his legs out. Who scored for City? Haaland. Haaland scored for City. Well, we don't, of course, put the opposition on the score sheet because we don't care about them. Except, I do respect Haaland, honestly. Is the person I invited. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, so when appears, yeah, I'll go check him out. Yeah, W's. First confirm they're not an alt, of course. And, hi, indeed. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. W's. Yeah, hope you're doing good. So, supposedly, Adam invited you. W's. And, yes, it does look like, so far, that you are not an alt, indeed, because I can check. Let's take a look. Looks like so. I mean, you know, I'll take a little bit more research after, but, you know, want to confirm. But W's. Trossard's dad, now I know instantly who it is. But you know who the ref is? If I say Trossard's dad, you actually know that that ref looks like Trossard. That I thought was the only one who called him Trossard's dad, that referee. I mean, I can tell you guys his name. His actual name is Clement Turpin. But yeah, it looks exactly like Trossard. So that's why I call him Trossard's dad. We get foul and it's a City throw-in. What? How? I wasn't even paying attention. I was like checking on some stuff. But yeah, what the heck? Yellow card for Kusanov as well. They're fouling Vinny. Another foul. Why is City getting stuff when we're getting fouled? It doesn't make sense. Okay, we got that. Oh, it looks like... Is there a... It's blue for halftime, I think. I don't know what's going on. Is there a fight between Vinny and someone? I don't know. What are we talking about? We're talking about the Manchester City versus Real Madrid match. But yeah, absolutely. W's for being here, you know. Yeah, you're obviously being referred to by Adam. W's Adam for referring. And yeah, W's for being here in this first half. W's everyone else for being here as well. Yeah, there's a little bit of talking going on. It is halftime now, I do believe. Trosside's dad, like, yapping with the guys. Ruben Diaz and Valverde telling everyone to calm down. You know, just a little bit of nonsense there between the two teams. I think he's going to blow the halftime whistle in a second anyway. And Arsenal is winning, yes, 1-0. They got to score another one, though, to really secure this, I do think. Because Leverkusen could easily just jag a goal at the end to make it go to extra time and then possibly pens. And, you know, we don't know how Arsenal is too well on pens, to be honest. Trent, now over to Courtois. Courtois to Rudiger. And that is going to be half-time there. Okay, W's in the chat. And I will see you guys in the second half, okay? And Sans, I will do the live stream for the other thing, okay? But I'll play Dino Reacts at the end. But W's, guys. Second half incoming. 1-1. It's 4-1 on aggregate. We shouldn't really lose this. But what I will say is W's in the chat. And hopefully we do score again in the next half. Because, yeah, gotta lock in. We can't be conceding like that trashy goal, to be honest. You know, that goal was not a good concession. But yeah, W's in the chat. And see you guys in the second half. Okay, guys, we are back, ready for the second half. Hope you guys are all doing good. W's in the chat. I was reading the chat. Okay? First of all, don't think I'm daft. Okay? Don't think I'm daft. I know what an alt is. I know what an alt isn't. Okay? And I'm not going to say if it's an alt or not, because I know. And I know what to count for the thing. So, you know, if you think, you know, if you think using an alt's going to work, it's not towards the progress. And second of all, is that I just don't care towards anything else. You know, like if you want to try and earn towards that 5 invite progress, I know who's real and who's not, okay? So just that's all you need to know. I know who it is. Doesn't matter, okay? Just don't use alts. And if you know that, just know that it's more respectable. But W's in the chat. Holy Dino, you jump scared you. Yes, I did. W's. Also found a Ultra HD. I went on to Ultra HD on BN Sports. I was on SD before. Hopefully UHD doesn't lag out. Because, yeah, sad if it does. But yeah, now on Ultra HD. So, you know, let's see how it goes. I can finally actually see people better. And welcome back, Dino. Shout out for being Lord Dooms. Shout out for being Titanium T-Rex, Bartolo. By the way, Bartolo overtaken to second place is crazy, by the way. So congrats, Bartolo, for being in second place. Yeah, actually crazy. I'm going to actually add on to points right now, just, you know, while I know everyone who's here is here. So let's do that right now. The highest appearance is 6 appearances, by the way. And so far, the top 2 are all on 6 appearances, which is good. We love to see it. Did your membership renew, Bartolo? Just so I can add the points on it. I just need to know if it did renew or not, because I don't actually get notification for membership renews, which is kind of annoying. I don't know why YouTube doesn't let me know, but I can sort of see based on the icon, but I just forgot what color tier that icon is because I'm bad. Okay, let's start the second half. Here we go. Second half is underway, and we are 5 seconds in. Okay, renewed. Okay, I'll add the points on. W's. Yeah, you are really high points, which is good. You're on 250 points after today's stream, Bartolo, which is a W. You're only 21 points behind CDF, which of course is about, I mean, you can invite one person to the stream and you get 40 points, which overtakes CDF, which is crazy. Why can we not see the video? We cannot see the match, of course, because it is against copyright laws. So, you know, if I showed the match here, my channel will be taken down, and I will get a strike against myself and possibly have to pay a fine. So no, I'm going to be instead commentating the match as well as showing the scoreboard and the score sheet here. My commentation's always as the most live possible moment. Vinny on a fast breakaway here. I actually think I'm more live than I was before with the Ultra HD being more live. So we'll see how it goes. Vinny inside the box here trying to skill through Thiago Pittar now with the ball. And it's going to be with over to Brahim. Vinny sending the ball to space because he's not know how to shoot a ball on target. And W's in the chat there. W Vinny. Yes. And I renewed my membership. No, I didn't. Or did I? Okay, I'll check after anyway, Sans. Yeah, W's. Exactly. Who has those points? What do you mean, those points? No, I was saying the points from early where I said 250. Bartolo's second place, 250, and CDF's first place, 271 after today's additions. Yeah, I'm adding everyone's on afterwards. I won't do any more now. I was just doing a bit in the halftime break, but yeah, we'll keep it as is now. It was so silent during halftime. I wonder why. It's because DinoDoomz wasn't yapping, and I also wasn't playing your music. Doku! Now over to Ruben Diaz. Now over to Cherky. Mateus Nunez playing more of a right wing role, and Cherky playing more of a midfield role, I would argue. How many points do you have, Adam? Okay, we'll see. So with your 40 points for the addition of to the streams, you will have then 86 points, which I can give right now, actually, 86, since you did invite someone, and inviting one person equals 40 points. Again, that is if they stay on the streams. Otherwise, you know, if they just come one stream and then they go off, then I'll be subtracting. But, you know, it's to invite, you know, get people consistently coming. That's all. But, yeah, W's in the chat for inviting Adam. W's. And W's are. But if is an alt, then you lose 100. Yes, exactly. If is discovered to be an alt, then, yeah, you'd be losing 100 points. So you'll go to negative 24 points, which is crazy. Yeah. I think negative 24? Negative 14. No, negative 14, not 24. I don't know how to subtract. Now it's going to be over to SUIII. I'm surprised Foden's not playing. Oh, that's right. He's a cat, so he can't play. Yeah, he's on the bench, I think, the cat man. So we'll see when he comes on. Guay, he's also been subbed on as well as Ake, so we'll see how they perform. I believe subbed off as Ruben Diaz and Reinders. So actually with Rodri, who had the captain armband now, because that guy gets it for some reason. Read your monument, sure. The minus 10,000 for using ults. Nah, just minus 100 will do only. You know, if you admit that it is an ult, though, of course, for anyone, then, of course, you will not lose the 100. I will just, you know, subtract off the 40. Okay, this is going to be Rodri back to Kusanov. Now it's to Mateus Nunes. Rodri over to Jeremy Doku. And Doku now going to try and cross in. Did you see Valverde's wife tweet? She said, every time Valverde gets me pregnant, he scores in a big game. Okay. Okay, I didn't see that tweet. No, I didn't. Oh, wow. Haaland, what a shot there. And he missed the tap in on the second return. Okay, why don't you understand? I don't live... No, I'm not. I do. Adam, I'm saying in general. It's okay. I mean, you know, if it's not an ult, you got nothing to worry about, gang. It's all good. Promise, if it's an ult, you got something to worry about. But if it's not, you got nothing to worry about. And, you know, I can very, very easily check, just so you know. So, yeah, I mean, I didn't say anything. C-Sands worth a Dino Reaction, lol. As somebody pulls a Ron, a Siri, Alexa, they get perfect. Okay, that's fine. This is going to be over to SUIII. No one here is going to pull a Ron, a Siri, or Alexa, or especially an Owen. Nunes crosses in. Huijsen headers it clear there. We just got to defend 3 goals here. I mean, you know, even if they win the game, it would be embarrassing if they win, actually. I'm not going to lie. Winning with less men. Okay, SUIII now over to Valverde. He wins the ball back. That is now going to be with Ardagula. Ardagula to Vinny. Or is that Vinny or Tchouaméni? I think it's Vinny. No, Tchouaméni. Sorry, Vinny and Tchouaméni are rocking the same hairstyle there. They've actually got the very similar hairstyles now. Tchouaméni used to have more flat hair, and Vinny used to have sort of different, you know, more pointy hair. Now Vinny and Tchouaméni both have the pointy hair, so, you know, kind of looks similar from the top-down angle. Rudiger now over to, I believe that is Thiago Pitcher. Now it's going to be with Trent. Trent back to Rudiger. Dean Huijsen. Or Hausen. Now it's going to be with Ardagula. Now to Dean Hausen again. And now it's again Arda to Fran Garcia. Now to Vinny. And when does the match end? It ends at the 90th minute. Plus possible additional time. Of course, this is football. So, yeah, it'll be 90 minutes. Probably 2 or 3 minutes additional time. That is if City doesn't score 3 goals. If they score 3 goals, they'll go to additional time with 30 minutes added on. By the way, what point earning do I get from Discord? So, yeah, you'll get... I've already given you some over the span of the last couple of days. I've given you about 3 points from Discord. But, yeah, I mean, not to chap level of, you know, additions on Discord, but pretty high addition rate. I think you've earned 10 points in total so far from the Discord's earnings, which is good. This is now going to be Thiago Pitchett. And he's going to skill through Thiago. Now over to Brahim. Now over to Trent. And Trent now back over to Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni to Dean Hausen. And Dean Hausen going to through ball to Vinny. I could say Huijsen, but I feel like I've been saying it wrong. I feel like Hausen's how you meant to say it. So I don't know. I'm going to change to saying Hausen now. Vinny. And now it's going to be back into the defense again. Rudiger. We are playing a little bit slower now to try and build a possession race. We actually had worse possession in the first half. They had 70%. We had like 30%. So it wasn't that great, actually. But now, yeah, you hope Madrid wins. Yeah, I hope Madrid wins too, honestly. Because Madrid is the best club besides Al Nassr. And it's going to be Dean Hausen to Tchouaméni. Now over to Valverde. 1-2 there. Tchouaméni through ball to Vinny. And Vinny's now going to hold it out on the left wing here. He's got Mateus Nunes now marking pretty tightly. He goes back to Fran Garcia. And that is offside. Somehow. This linesman has not been on it today, though, so I don't really trust his call. I would rather see the replay here just to have a look. Trossard's dad has agreed, though, it is offside. Let's take a look. Oh, they're showing the onside before with the potential Vinny run to the handball. Okay. I want to see the current offside, though, but no, they're not showing that. Okay, it's now going to be with... Is that Lunan? Wait, Lunan's playing. When the heck did Lunan get subbed on? Wait, what? Wait, I'm so confused. When did Lunan come on the field? Huh? Where did he come from? He subbed himself on? Why is Lunan on the field? Okay, I have no clue where this guy came from. He suddenly spawned in. Okay. Lunan's on the field now. Wow. Rudiger. Where did he come from? I'm so confused. Courtois was not subbed at halftime. Injury to Courtois? When? It's been like 3 minutes. When did he get injured? And how? Doku skilling through the whole field. Dean Hulson with a nice clearance. Haaland takes the shot. Fran Garcia defends that one. And Haaland defends his own teammate's shot. Who is he? What does he do? No, I'm actually curious because I did not see Courtois get subbed off at halftime. So he actually got subbed on. I'm really confused about that. Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Lunan's pretty decent anyway, so we don't have to worry too much. Doku now trying to cut in. Takes a cross, and Hulson clears the ball away. It's now going to be with Valverde, and Guehi falls over. It's going to be play on. Their own players, they got a free kick for their own players tripping each other. Guehi trips Doku, who trips Guehi, and it's now a free kick for City. Trossard's dad, I thought you were better than that one, to be honest. Doku, it's played on quickly anyway. Lucky they didn't take a free kick. I would have taken the set piece in, but no, they just don't. They play on. Cherky. Now it's going to be over to 8 Nuri. By the way, I got a lot of recordings, or Dynamite's recorded a lot of the Al Nassr match in versus Al Khalij. Man, what a stadium seat we had. We were literally, when they, they do the clap thing right at the end. I don't know if anyone watched the match, right? But they do the clap thing at the end. Me and Dynamites were sitting literally meters away from Mane. Mane is like in the front doing the clap, and we're like about 5 meters away from this guy. They, for some reason, did the angle where you can't see us on the television camera by slight, like, we were off cam by like about a meter. But yeah, we were really close there, which is good. What do they get if they win? They get to the next stage of the competition, so they get to the quarterfinals. I think it's quarterfinals. Let me check. Yeah, I think so. Wait, I'm not even focusing. Yeah, quarters, and then the semis, and then the final. So Haaland's out, Matheus Nunes out, and it's going to be Marmoush and Semenyo on. Interesting choice there they did. I'm really surprised that they've subbed off Haaland. That is a very interesting choice. Okay. I guess they're saving for the league now. I guess it's over maybe, so they're saving for the league. Haaland did score as well, which is really, weird choice. Real Madrid TV said Courtois had some leg cramps. Oh, I see. Okay. So maybe he did get subbed at halftime. I didn't see him ever get subbed. That's why I assumed it was Courtois still on the field until I saw Lunan's, head. Okay, it's going to be Semenyo now playing right wing. And Semenyo crosses the ball in. Lunan, easy catch there. I mean, Lunan's no joke of a goalkeeper as well. Really could start for any club, basically. I think the finals are tomorrow or today. The finals for the Champions League, no. The finals for the Champions League are in May. They're like at the end of the season. The Champions League's round of 16s only today. So yeah, once the round of 16's done, then we'll go to the quarters, double legs, and then the semi double legs, and then the final. Guess with the derby this weekend, they don't want to risk it. Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's still a potential for the league. We're only 1 point behind, so it's not, the end of the world for the league. But I just feel like they've bottled the league so much this season that really they need to focus on the Champions League now. I mean, it's, again, 1 point gap, but Barca is a very low chance of losing from here. Just by the fact they don't really lose games. Except in knockout football, they lose games there, but they don't really lose games elsewhere. Handball by Cherky, accidental. It's going to be played on by Rudiger. And don't say this. Guys, if you pull a Sans ending song, you get 2 points. So you get to making music. Exactly, 2 points for making a song. Yeah, it doesn't even have to be good. Thiago Pitchett. Now over to Trent. That's going to be with Brahim. Brahim through ball. Chipped over to Vinny. Controls inside the box there. He should have back-heeled over to Thiago Pitchett, actually. Read your monument. Oh, sorry. But I didn't see it. So, Dino, if I rewatch 2 of your older vids, plus comment, then share the stream clips on Reddit, and also do a quick dono, I'll overtake CDF and get top 1. Yes, or you could just invite one person to the streams, and they watch 2 streams, and you'll get 40 points, which insta-overtakes you. Again, not an alt. Imagine Ronaldo was in. Yeah, if Ronaldo was playing right now, it'd be crazy, but, you know, we need him for Al Nassr, so, you know, if Ronaldo subbed himself on for some random reason in this game, which would make sense, but still, if he did, I would be annoyed at him because, you know, you'd be throwing this, but you're not you're going in this, but you're not going in Al Nassr. Like, start locking in Ronaldo, please. Also, I mean, I'm going to Al Nassr versus Najma. Please make sure to look out for me. I'm sitting at, I'll tell you what seats I'm sitting at so you guys can see. I'm going to pull up this image of the stadium and I'll show you what seat I'm sitting at just so you can get an idea. Okay, let's find the seat for where I am sitting. Okay. Okay, I think this is it. Okay, I think. Open image in new tab. There we go. Okay. I've got this image up here. I'll pull it up on the big screen in a second here. Give me a sec. Screen capture, image. Okay, there we go. And now I'll show the screen. Okay, you'll see it for a second here. But see here, I am, so basically, so here's this area, right? I am sitting here, right here. So when Ronaldo scores, usually he does the SUIII there, like at this thing here, this corner flag. He doesn't really do it on the right ever. He usually does it on the left. I will be right there in that corner. So yeah, make sure to look out for me in the Najma game if you're watching, because yeah, I'll be there. I'll also be watching the FAHH Al-Ali games in person, and basically all of the remaining home games I'll be watching in person. So W's for that. Yeah, locking in for the remainder because I felt like, you know, I could stream them, but it's a big experience, especially if we win the league. What is going on with my stupid glitchy computer? It's a big experience if we win the league. I want to see it, you know, in person. I would rather see it in person than not see it at all. You know, just see it on camera, I guess. Okay, this is going to be with Doku. Hopefully we do lock in and win, though. I mean, if we start losing to, like, Najma and stuff like that, that would be embarrassment. Halson just skilling Semenyo there. Really nice. He left Madrid. Yeah, he did leave Madrid. Though, I believe he was in attendance for the last game. This the last leg of this. They didn't show it on the big cam, but I do believe he was in attendance because he was in Madrid, and he was also said to be there in, like, a private area, so he's not, like, being exposed on the camera or whatever. This is going to be Fran Garcia. Now back to Dean Halson. I just almost combined his first and last name there. Rudiger. Now over to Thiago Pitchett. I actually really like Thiago Pitchett. I think he's a good player. I really think that he's got, you know, that sort of sense, that ball sense, you know. Really nice player to come out of the academy, and I think he's great. Vinny! Skills pass, Donnarumma gets absolutely bodied by him. The referee says play on. I can't believe the refs actually said play on for that. And he says there's a corner there. Vinny is saying, why is that not a red card to Donnarumma, but, you know, or a yellow card or anything, really. I actually can't believe. I can't believe that call is given as a play on. I mean, yeah, okay, I can kind of see he sort of just runs into him. There was no need for him to do that. Yeah, he been stupid there, I can't lie. That was stupid from Vinny. You can sort of see he just runs into the player. Now he is in Al Nassr. Yes, my local club. That's why I'm going to all their matches. Actually, I already knew that one, but W's Adam. But letting everyone else know. Of course, that's why I was wearing an Al Nassr shirt before, and my Al Nassr scarf, of course, on here. This is the VIP supporter scarf. Not VIP, but the, you know, the squad, cheer squad. I forgot what their name is, Ultras. Ultras support scarf. So, yeah, W's to Al Nassr Ultras. Shout out to you guys. This is going to be now Turkey. Al-Khalafi said UEFA should take... Oh, Al-Khalifa. Did they score? Well, I just paused there for a second. I'm sorry, I'm fumbling on words. Khalifa said UEFA should take notes from the NFL and make it more commercial to generate more money. No. No. You know what they should do? I really hope they do this as well. I hope that the Champions League will allow one Saudi Pro League team in it. I really hope so. I really hope it's the winner of the league that season gets into the UEFA Champions League because, again, I know it's a European competition. I really do know, but it's meant to be the best club competition in the world. And I feel like, the Club World Cup is something, but it's every 4 years, and it's not really... I feel like if the SPL teams really got into that, the league would improve so much more. If you got to see, like, Al Nassr playing in the Champions League, if you got to see, Al Nassr come up against, like, a Premier League team, Al Nassr versus Man City, Al Nassr versus Real Madrid, Al Nassr versus Inter, people like that instead of just pre-seasons and stuff like that. I really hope that's a future thing for the thing. Even, like, it would encourage more people to win the league as well, not just have... the same teams winning it. Like, I know there's a lot of competition in the league. I like the competition in the league currently. You got Al Nassr, Al Ahly, Al Hilal, Qadsiya, Ittihad, well, last season. You got all of these clubs. It's like about 6 clubs that are very competitive for the top. Imagine how more competitive it would be if they got into the Champions League. So, that would be crazy. Not really a football guy. Red Baller, you told me that the last 20 streams that we do football. Not a problem. It's okay. I promise you. You do not have to say it, every time. It's all good gang. Do you know the match, Al Nassr versus Al FAHH? Yes, I've watched every Al Nassr match, Adam. Every single one of them for the last 5 years, 5.5 years. All of them. Even the pre-seasons, the commercial matches. I've watched every single one of them. I don't want to see a halftime show. Absolutely, I don't want to see a halftime show. I do not want to see a halftime show. I don't want to see commercials. I'm disappointed that there's a halftime show in the World Cup now. I really am. I don't like that sort of thing. And, I can understand it, but I was watching the NFL, the Super Bowl. I watched it once, which was this year's one. Man, there was, like, no gameplay. There was literally, like, none. It was, like, ad every 2 seconds. I'm not even over-exaggerating. I'm being genuinely serious as well. There was, like, an ad every 2 seconds. Like, if you watch that sort of stuff, I don't know how you guys find enjoyment out of that sort of thing. Because, like, I want to see continual gameplay. I want to see, like, stakes. But there's no stakes when the team pauses every 3 seconds to, review tactics and stuff. Like, no complaints to sport. The sport looks fun. But it looks fun when it's actually being played. What happens if they played a full 90 minutes of that stuff or a full hour of, doing that continually and then 1 15-minute break? That would be so much more intense. Kusanov long range. It's going to be a goal kick. That goal was not given earlier as well. And you're back. W Supreme. W's. Yeah, nice Meg on the Trossard ref by Doku as well. And then Kusanov just misses the, open target there. But yeah, Mbappe's coming on. Thank goodness. Watching commented on the MC Stories vid in your first video. Okay, W's Bartolo. That's good, and yeah, I'll give you the points for that, okay? But yeah, W's for that. You really want to be that first place. That's a W. That's why I want exactly the competition. Trent crosses over. This is going to be now with Brahim. Back to Trent. Trent now over to Dean Howson. And he's going to pass it over now to Arda Güler. And Arda Güler is going to pass over to Rudiger. And it's now going to be with Rudiger to Dean Howson again. I do think the match is over here. I think that really scoring for City would have been earlier. They had to score. I thought I was going to watch NBA, and then there was a football match, and I was like, I'm going to watch it today. Fair enough. Yeah, W's. And NBA I haven't actually watched before. I've watched highlights and stuff. I know I played basketball myself. I played, past tense, don't anymore, play only football. But yeah, I do think that football just, for me, is the most enjoyable sport by far. Like, it just seems so fun. Check community posts. Okay, we'll check community posts, sure. Let's take a look. Newest. Guys, rate my Google background out of 10. Ooh, interesting. It's like Opera GX, the background almost. It's almost like an Opera background. You like football, your favorite sport is basketball as well. Fair enough, W's are. Making a DinoDoomz edit, does that count as sharing clips? Yeah, sure, if you post it and it's like on the shorts, yeah, it counts as sharing a clip. I'll give you points for that. I'll give you your points right now for the other... I'll give you the points at the end, okay, once this stream's over. Because then I can do everyone's at the same time. And you gotta go, no probs deluxe, thanks for being on the stream, appreciate you. Yeah, see you tomorrow, W's. So, Brahim off, Kylian on, here we go. Here we go. Kylian Mbappe is coming on. DinoDoomz, don't play Dino Reacts at the end. I sent a banger song. Okay, cool. I'll play that instead. So here we go. Mbappe coming on. Trent is going to take the corner. Kylian, here we go. Kiki's going to score. I can feel it, you know. I'm going to prove you guys wrong who was saying about Mbappe, you know. He's going to score here. He's going to prove himself as the GOAT of this team. And Tchouaméni almost scores a brilliant header. Donnarumma gets injured, I think, here. Just trying to save that one. Yeah, Tchouaméni, nice header. Donnarumma jumps up. Must hit himself on Rudiger's side there. I don't think it's intentional, so it's going to be another corner. But yeah, he just tries to get that. Nah, he hits himself on Ake. Never mind. Okay, Trent's going to send in another one here. Trent's corners are phenomenal. I don't know why he wasn't taking for us this whole time. They are just beautiful corners. Sends it in again. Mbappe, volley! And he misses it. That was a good, close chance for Mbappe there. Just missing it off target. First shot of the game. First touch of a football in a while, not including training, in match. And that was beautiful. When do you start playing football? What age? So I started playing football way before I started watching it. I started playing football, not with a team, but just by myself for fun. When I was about 6. The other number that comes after 6 plus 1. I also started playing around that age thing. But I started playing for a club late, which is not good, but I started playing late, and it's unfortunate because I was actually pretty good as well, but just it sort of cut the opportunities off for me. That's why I sort of focused on YouTube a bit more. But I still train to this day. I'm still training every day. Hopefully one day I can get maybe an opportunity to look at a club, because, you know, it's never too late. It's never too late. Rodri crosses the ball in. Worst cross I've ever seen in my life. It's going to be a corner, though, because Rudiger, for some reason, headed it clear, even though it would have went straight out if he didn't touch that. A little bit of a silly thing there from Rudiger there. I don't know why he was doing that, actually. It's going to be Cherki taking the corner. Possible chance to cross into Semenyo, Marmouche, Guahi's in there as well. Doku's come close as well, so he could receive. Mbappe's marking Doku. Here we go. Cherki's going to send it in. Let's take a look what he does. Sends it, and Lunin punches it clear. Let's go with Mbappe. Mbappe back to Trent. Trent holding it nice and steadily there. Thiago Pitchett now just trying to clear this one away. Is one back by Doku there nice and quickly. Cherki now with the ball inside the box. Takes the shot, and Lunins just catches that. It was actually not a really good shot at all from Cherki. It was really bad, actually, from him. Doku, really nice to win the ball back, though, and just win it past Trent. Trent got absolutely bludgeoned there from Doku, so... yeah, I don't know what Trent was kind of doing in that defense there. I swear I keep hearing, like, wolves shout so annoying at night. It's very late. It's 1:32 p.m. Wolves? There are wolves where you live? Like, at the animal? What the heck? That is crazy. Yeah, I mean, 1:32 p.m. and there's... 1:32 a.m. Oh, I thought you meant p.m. a.m. Okay, yeah, so 1:32 a.m. wolves at night. That is crazy. I mean, you know... that must be... I've never really heard a wolf before in real life, so I don't really know what the feeling's like, to be honest. But that just must be, you know, something. It's going to be now over to Valverde, who's playing, you know, filling right back here while Trent moves a little bit forward into the midfield. So, Doku tries to get through, and it's going to be another corner. Yeah, I think AM. I took it into context as AM rather than PM. It looks like, as well, that someone's going to be coming on here. I actually have no clue who this is. I'm going to have to look at the lineup. Nico Gonzalez. Oh, I see. Surprised Foden's not coming on. Really am. Would have thought Foden would come on. Foden's usually the hero in these situations, but, you know, we'll see. And it's going to be Tchouaméni. Wins the ball in that clearance there. I really hope we can score and win this game, because if we draw 1-1 with a man down since, like, the 20th minute, that's embarrassing. I mean, if we lose from here, that would be astounding if we lost from here. And hi, Jack. How do you feel about now Martinez, Mane, and Ronaldo all on the injury list, and Felix being banned for the next game because too many yellows? I think the Felix ban was intentional. I know Jesus said after, because I actually went to the last two Al Nassr matches live, Jack. I'm going to the remainder of them live, besides the Okdude one and the other away match. I think it's Shabab versus Nasser. Yeah, I'm going to the remainder of the home matches. And, yeah, I mean, when I was in the stadium, the Martinez injury didn't look that bad from where I was sitting. So, I don't know, maybe it's maybe it's worse, but we have got Najma next, and there's a 2-week international break. So, you know, Ronaldo will return 100% for Najma. Mane is, I think, back for Najma as well as a small ankle injury. I mean, you know, he was walking around the field in the college game. I was sitting pitch side, basically. He was walking around the field, you know. He was also interacting with some people. So, yeah, he didn't look too injured. Just sort of a minor one. And then, of course, Martinez can have a break after the Najma game as well. You know, we got really too many games he can break in now. But if he misses Najma, I wouldn't be too, you know, upset with that. You know, we destroyed them last time. They're probably the weakest team in the league by a, you know, large mile. So, you know, if we do win against Najma, we should see them all return. But we should definitely see at least 2 of them return. And then, you know, Yao Felix intentional yellow cards so he doesn't miss, of course, the Ololi Halal games. That 100%, I know that was on purpose by Jesus, because if he missed we always seem to get like a red or a ban during the crucial matches. So getting it now out of the way is better. Martinez was just released. His injury is the same time as Ronaldo, off minimum 4 weeks. Oh, I see. Okay. So 4 weeks minimum. So 2 weeks from international break. So that should be 1 week only missed. 1 week of matches missed that are crucial. Let me check here. I'm going to check just our timetables here, just so we can see exactly what matches we will be missing from Martinez. If it's a 4 week, he could recover quicker just because there's, you know, a 4 week break and there might be more recovery time for Al Nassr. He's also going to Madrid to get the injury checkup, so that's all good. So he'll miss Najma, Okdude, potentially Etifok. Okay. So they're the ones he's missing. So Etifok match being missed is bad as well. The other 2 aren't really a problem here, I can't lie. But yeah, missing the Etifok match is not great. So hopefully recovers by the 24th of April. We'll have to see. He should be recovered by then. Just made a new account called Dino's Fish Tank. Fair enough, Bartolo. I'll give you the points for it all. Okay. Dino's Fish Tank. Yeah, that was 100% offside as well by, I think Semenyo, that was a Doku, I can't remember. Didn't see who it was exactly. Yeah. Ronaldo 100% back by Najma. There's no way he doesn't return. If he doesn't return by then, that's a bit silly because he's had like 7-week break. Well, not exactly, but, you know, it would have felt like it. There's been about 5-week break, so, you know, he should be back by then. Mane should be back too as a small ankle injury. Imagine France was here. What do you think of France, a football match? Do you think they would lose or win? If the French national team was versing Man City or Real Madrid, they would most likely annihilate Man City or Real Madrid, the French national team. Not only would you have duplicate players, though, on either side, but, yeah, they would be going crazy there. Hi, guys. Dino is still sitting on me. Yes. Hello, I'm Dino's Fish Tank. Hi, Chedo. Okay. Why is everything in my room suddenly coming to life? That doesn't count. That don't count as points, though, for the invitees, okay? They don't count because I know they're you guys. I know one's Sans and one's Bartolo. Stupid, goofy fish tank and chair. Is that an actual image of my... Wait a second. I need to check the image of this. He took me away. It's someone... Okay. Okay. Doku gets a nice pass through Valverde, marking him tightly. And it goes to Cherki. Just missing. Oh, sorry, Ain't Nori. It's going to be now with... there's so many players on City that I have to remember their names. Nico Gonzalez now over to Cherki. Crossing in. Ain't Nuri headers, and it's going to be a goal there, but it is offside. Ain't Nuri, man. I don't know why you're complaining about that. It's the most offside goal I think I've seen today. Well, Ronaldo's been called up for the friendlies, but it's not guaranteed to play. I hope he plays at least one game. Yeah, I hope he plays a second game. So he's back for Al Nassr. Absolutely. Especially since the seats I bought, I was showing them earlier on the stream, Jack. They're right next to the corner flag, where the specific left side corner flag, wherever he scores, he always sues there. So I hope he scores so bad, and I hope he plays that game. He needs to play. If he wants to be Golden Boot contender, he needs to play that game, because that game, easily 4 or 5 goals he can get. We're too relaxed? Absolutely. Kazuma as well. Yeah, we're absolutely too relaxed in this game. It's embarrassing, honestly. It's embarrassing. What do I think of Pepe? Pepe from Portugal. Yeah, I love Pepe. I'm sad that he retired, because I would have loved to see him play in the World Cup. Actually, I think he would be a crucial player in the World Cup. And W. Scotty, welcome stream. Shout out for being Titanium T-Rex member. W for being here, Scotty. You were overtaken. You're now in 3rd place on the table, which is crazy, by the way. And yeah, take a vid of his guaranteed goals. I will. I took videos of the last game's goals as well. By the way, Angelo's goal was crazy, because he scored, he came right up to us, and he celebrated with us, man. It was so good. He was, like, literally, like, 2 meters away. It was so, because we were front row, me and Dynamites. We didn't record that one, but we recorded some of the other goals. Zhao, 2 goals, man. I'm so happy for him. He had that thing where, you know, you just can't score, and then you suddenly score, and you can start scoring again. And then we got to see Monet and the team clap with us at the very end. They were like right in front of us. Literally, again, 3 meters in front of us. They were there. I recorded that whole thing as well. I could post that as well. So yeah, I might post that one. But yeah, I'll record as much footage as possible for the NASA Najma game, okay? I might not do a voice. I'll do a voiceover of it. I might not, like, commentate in the stadium on the recording, but I might do a voiceover because it'll be a bit more audible and stuff. But yeah, W's. And I was just in war. I took down some... Fair enough, Scotty. Wow, you're doing a good job there, W's. Keeping everything safe. Yeah. Okay, I'm still in the ShareDoomz account. Wait a sec. You're back, W Sands. Did I miss something else? I got taken away, stuffed in a trunk. No, you didn't get taken away. You're outside. The fish tank is outside, by the way, if anyone's wondering where it is. Outside being cleaned. For the past couple. Is Neom in the match? No, Neom FC is not in the match. They're a football club that we beat twice. But no. Unfortunately, I actually didn't get to watch either game live. But next season, guys, I might watch Al Nassr games more live. Okay, so I might go to more of them. This season, the remaining ones I probably will go to, just to let you guys know. I guarantee I'm going to Najma, to Al Nassr versus Ettifaq, Al Nassr versus Al Ahly, and Qadsiya versus Nassr, so I'm going to guaranteed 4. Probably will go to Nassr versus Hilal as well, and the final game, Nassr versus Damak. Mbappe solo run, here we go. Mbappe gets pulled down the box, absolutely teared down, but no penalty given by the referee. We are being too reliant on pens. Arsenal 2-0, that game's done. Arsenal through. There's no way they're not getting knocked out now. It's 85th minute, 2-0. It became the hunter. Okay, I'm not even going to read the first word. In VR, fair enough. Has anyone played Sniper Elite 5 in VR? I've not got a VR headset, but I heard it's like a really fun game, and I don't know if it's in VR, but I got the game, and I played it a bit, but I need to try it in VR if it is, because that game would be phenomenal. If you saw Ronaldo in your match in real life, what would you do? I actually already seen him in a match before. Vinny misses a solo run. Valverde misses a solo run. Valverde scores. Thank goodness for that, but it is offside. Don't think it's going to count. What do you think of that pen that was cancelled from Al Hilal? Controversial. Controversial. I would agree that it should stand as a penalty, but there is you can, I don't know. I don't like making arguments for Hilal. I don't. I mean, it's just the fact as well that was stupid. He calls it twice, and then he checks it afterwards. I mean, and as well, it just looked like a pen too. I mean, you could make the argument that Koulibaly got contact with the ball first, but I don't know. I'm going to call that as a pen as well. I'm going to say that as a pen. It's just stupid as well. He goes up to... This is his monitor check, by the way. Pretend the cam is the monitor. This is what he does. Walks up to the monitor. Pen. Doesn't even look at the video footage. He, like, just straight up gives it. Like, not even looking at that stuff. He was there for about 3 seconds. Mbappe diving. Nah, I don't know why Mbappe was diving before there. That was a solo run he should have completed, and he just dives onto the floor. Not a good look, Mbappe, man. I thought you weren't a dive merchant, but yeah, just channeling your inner Vinny on that left wing there, unfortunately. 8 more minutes, and then it's finished. Most likely, possibly 2 minutes additional time as well. 2 or 3 minutes. We'll see. I play this game called Bone Lab. It's a sandbox physics game, and I have like 40 gigabytes of mods there on VR. Oh, wow. Bone Lab. Read your monument. You would curse Pesci out with Ronaldo. What? I'm confused. You love Homeland? You love, like, Bone Lab? I thought you were saying Homelander, like the character from The Boys. Bone Lab, yeah. Okay, I don't know what that is, but fair enough. For me, it was a clear pen. I saw 3 angles and all showed that Koulibaly kicked his leg before ball contact. I mean, I'm just not sure because I saw one angle, which is the monitor angle. And I didn't watch that match. I was in College Stadium for the NASA versus College game. By the way, did you know College's stadium is the same as Codsea's stadium? Went there twice in a row. And, you know, that's my closest stadium besides FAHH. Since I live in, you know, where I live, I'm next to FAHH Stadium, next to College's and Codsea's stadium. And by the way, Codsea's new stadium, holy jeez, that thing is massive. It's like meant to be 80 or 90k capacity as well. I don't know how they're going to fill it up, Codsia, because I would have expected Halal to get that sort of stadium, but Codsia got one like that. Man, their stadium is humongous. And there's a new mall being built next to it. It's called the Avenues Mall. It's going to be so fire. I can't wait for the World Cup in Saudi. 2034 World Cup's going to be crazy. Yeah, and is the acoustics loud in the stadium? In the current stadium, I don't know about their new one because it's still under construction, but the current one, yeah, it was very loud. The NASA fans were so loud. We filled up the stadium. We actually had more attendance in that NASA game than we did at our home game, which is crazy. I mean, you know, we're dropping the support, which is good. And the fans were absolutely insane. We were chanting the whole game. You know, I was helping them chant as well. And, yeah, we absolutely thrashed College with that 5-0. I was kind of worried 1-0 at halftime, but, yeah, we settled it after halftime. I wasn't really too worried. Bento clutch as well, really nice performance from him. You know, I got into, you know, the defense clean sheet guys on Instagram where they take the photo. I'm actually in the background of that. I don't know if you can see me, but I'm in the background. I did the celebration above with them, so you might be able to see me. You can see me in some angles of the TV shots, but it's just kind of hard because I was sitting sort of at the edge of where the ultras were, so it's, you know, not focused on camera. Do you think of Codsia? Do I think of Codsia? I don't think of them. I went to their match against SUIII, and I was booing Tony, and I was so happy when he got into a fight at the end and he got kicked out. Bye-bye, Tony. That's what I was doing the whole game, not even joking. It was so funny. As well, they were winning 2-0, and the guy next to us was an SUIII supporter, and he was like, you know, we're going to win. We're going to win. They thought it was over at 1-0. They actually thought it was over at 1-0. And then they got absolutely thrashed. So funny, and they all leave in the stadium. And they were cheering their players getting injured, by the way. We don't cheer our injuries. They were cheering their players getting injured and falling on the ground and tumbling like little dive merchants. So it was so satisfying to hear them go silent and leave. Do you see Al Nassr fans not going to the game anymore once CR7 retires? And will you also cover the games still? I will still cover Al Nassr games. And I still see a lot of Al Nassr fans going to the stadium because they are a very popular team. An example, though, of less fans is in the College game. There was not many, you know, fans that weren't from Saudi, necessarily. We were the true fans there. Me and Dynamite's probably the only fans there in that stadium that weren't from Saudi. But we're the true fans. We're the ones who go to the stadium games. We're the ones who actually support. And, you know, whether you're going to support after when CR7 leaves, it's totally up to you. I will still support because I've been to so many games now. I've watched all of their games for the past 5.5 years. That's kind of hard to sort of drop them. I saw that they're starting to use the same Al Nassr drum, bang, cheer in the MLS. It's amazing how the world is following Al Nassr thanks to Ronaldo. I know, yeah, the Viking clap. Yeah, what a moment as well. Like, here, I'll try and get it up quickly on my gallery here. Like, I'm not going to be able to show it in full effect, but here, I'll show you guys. Like, here, I won't have the audio on because, yeah. But here, see? It's where I was sitting. Look how close. Look how close. Right there. Literally, we're in the front row. Front row. The first row of seats you can sit in, they were not allowing people, even though I booked the first row. But yeah, that's the closest we got. There's Mane as well. There. It's kind of hard for me to hold the camera straight. They were doing a Mane chant as well. Wait, let me show this back around. doing like a Sadio Mane chant. That's why they're all dancing with Mane and giving him hugs. He's definitely less injured than, you know, the others. But yeah, and then the Viking clap as well was this one. And I unfortunately couldn't do the clap. I sort of did this with my head while I was recording, but I had to keep the recording nice. So yeah, you could see I did the clap there. How much for the seats? Seats were only... These seats were actually kind of... They were like 180 SAR, which is multiplied by 3 onto US dollars. So you can give them for about 60 US dollars for 3 seats. That's how many I got. But for... the seats in the stadium I got right now, the NASA versus Najma seats, they're even better seats than these. They were only 100 SAR, which is about 35 US dollars for 3 seats. So that's actually phenomenal. I can't believe, you know, the pricing of the seats were crazy. And yeah, the stadium was full, basically. You know, the Khalid side wasn't really full, but the rest of the stadium was full with NASA supporters because, you know, we're winning. You know, we got to show the support. But yeah, absolutely amazing seat. What an atmosphere as well. It was so nice. Such a nice atmosphere. Everyone there was cheering as well. Yeah, just great. Overall, really nice experience. Easy to get out of the stadium too. I do recommend if anyone ever visits as well, do please go to one of the stadium games because not even the Al Nassr home stadium. I'm talking like away stadium game because I feel like the away stadium fans are the dedicated fans. You know, they be traveling. The home stadium fans are, you know, the tourist fans more so. Why didn't Mbappe and Tchouaméni stop running? No clue. I was sort of showing the things, so I didn't really see that part. But City, it's done. Why are you still trying to skill in and score? Guys, you have to score 3 goals in the span of, what, 3 minutes? I don't think that's possible. Well, it is, but it's, like, extremely unlikely. And you have to go to sleep. It's 1:50 a.m. in the night. Goodbye. I hope you have a fantastic stream. Thanks, Adam. Yeah, I mean, for me as well, it's 1 a.m. now. So, yeah, W's, Adam. And hope you enjoy your sleep. I'll be going to sleep soon, too. But, yeah, W's. Cherky trying to pass it in. Tchouaméni clears it. Valverde. Yeah. Valverde now with the ball over to Vinny. Unfortunately, probably won't go to the Ocdude versus, I think it's Ocdude that they're versing. Ocdude versus NASA match because I believe Ocdude's far from... where I am. You know, I can go to Riyadh. It's easier to go there. I mean, it's still 5 hours away by driving. But Ocdude, I think's even further. I mean, let me check right now, actually. Let me check where their home stadium is. I'll tell you how far it is about from me. Maybe it's closer. We'll see. Yeah, okay. That is... Whoa. Oh, man. That is so far away. That's about 20-hour drive. 20-hour drive. Jeez. Okay, yeah, not close. I'm not joking when I say that is far. Wow. Okay, Valverde to Vinny. Somehow scores a dribble in there. It's offside, it looks like as well. Nope, given. We won the game. It doesn't matter. Hits the Jude Bellingham celebration as well. Hits the shirt showing as well. What a scrappy goal that was, but that was fine. And yeah, Vinny scores it nicely. I don't know what Donnarumma's doing. Donnarumma going up to Vinny to do something. I don't know what he's doing there, but, you know, celebrates. Win for Real Madrid. City can't even win in their home stadium. That is crazy. And yeah, Vinny just talking there with Donnarumma. I don't know why Donnarumma is kind of crying here, but, you know, someone can let me know why he's doing that. Vinny Jr. goal in the 90-plus first minute with an assist by... I believe that was Valverde. Not really an assist necessarily because of... Oh, he might be offside there. He might be offside. This might be disallowed here. It's going to be disallowed. I'm already going to remove it. That is definitely offside. That is definitely offside. So it's going to be a draw 1-1. I knew they would disallow this one. Yeah, it is disallowed. I mean, I would have liked to see a win, but just, yeah. Come back at the Etihad. Yeah, I wish we could win this. I just feel like if we draw this as well, it's just not satisfying. If we win this, you know, we're going into the Bayern game with a win in the CL. Yeah, that's 100% offside, though. Unfortunate. Okay, Dean Hulson. Lunin. Rudiger. Rudiger now over to, I believe that's Danny. Is Danny on the field? Is Caballero on the field? Yeah, he is. Okay, I was wondering. I thought that was him. Hoyson, I didn't see the subs before. I was talking too much. Holson. Vinny. Now to Fran Garcia. Vinny trying to make a run there. Fran could actually pass to him. Mbappe. Mbappe could go for an assist here on Vinny, honestly. He goes for the pass over to Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni finding some space, passing it over to Carvajal. Come on, Carvajal, get an assist. Come on, man. I know you want to get an assist here. Tchouaméni to Vinny, and he scores, and that is onside 100%. Vinny scores now. Finally got the second goal to win this one. Does the nice shooting Selly, you know, this one. And it is a goal, and that's 100% going to be confirmed with a beautiful assist by Tchouaméni there, and set up by Carvajal. Assist, Tchouaméni. I think I spelled his name correctly as well there. Tchouaméni. They're still holding up their signs to the City fans. I mean, guys, it's done. It's 5-1 game. You know, pack it up. Pack it up and see you later. Never, actually. Yeah, always such good gameplay from Real Madrid in these cross moments. I don't know why we don't do more of this sort of stuff. You know, line-breaking passes. That's what you need to do in football. We don't do it. We try and build up from the back and do just these weird, goofy gameplay. Just do more of this. You know, like, what is City doing? Nothing there. There is literally zero defense there. Like, they're just standing there like sticks at the back. Like, they actually literally... I could put a wood bench at the back and they would do a better job defending than what City's done in this game. Absolute trash from them. And, you know, trash in the last game from them. They're actually... I don't even know how they're second. How are they second in Prem? They should be 10th. What is this terrible gameplay? I feel like Sunderland would put up more of a fight than City. Vinny hat-trick would have been great. I know, if he only got a hat-trick. But, you know, a brace, we take that. 9 rating for Vinny on FootMob as well. Glad Kylian's returned as well for the Bayern game. He should be essential. Courtois, hopefully his injury isn't too serious. Good that he subbed himself off just for the leg cramps. Lunin, great as well. Nice 7.2 rating. A lot of saves there. Haaland, dapping up everyone at the end. Poor Haaland. I do respect Haaland a lot, actually. Great gameplay overall from everyone else. And yeah, what a game there. We got 2-1 final score, 5-1 on aggregate. The teams that will be moving through to the next stage of the comp so far have been confirmed. It will be Real Madrid, PSG, Arsenal, and Sporting. So Arsenal versus Sporting will be the confirmed quarterfinal game. And then the next games will be decided, of course, tomorrow, with Bayern playing tomorrow against Atalanta. 6-1, 100% it's Real Madrid versus Bayern. There is no way that it's Atalanta versus Real Madrid. So Real Madrid versus Bayern, you can basically confirm for the next round. PSG versus Galatasaray or Liverpool. And then it will be Barca, Newcastle, or Atletico, Tottenham. I actually hope it's Newcastle versus Atletico. Because Newcastle did a good job against Barca last time. Though, Barca versus Atletico knocking them out would be nice as well, because Arsenal can deal with Simeone as well there. My player ratings for this match, I think Vinny honestly gets a high performance today. It was good. Not the best, but good. The FootMob gave him a 9. I'm going to be honest here. I'm going to be giving him an 8.6 because he did do a lot of good chances, but he missed a ton. And some of those he shouldn't have missed. But again, he was really nice. He was great in the game, so I'm going to give him an 8.6. Just can't really give him a 9 because, you know, he would have gone 9 if he scored some of the chances that were literally the easiest chances I think I've ever seen. Arda Güler at 7.3 they've given here. I'll give him a 7.5. Always underrated Arda. You know, he didn't play full 90, but he's still pretty good. Tchouaméni was great. 8.4 they've given him. I'd give him an 8.4 as well. I'm not really going to argue with that because, you know, again, solid defending. He's always great in defense, and he sets up a lot. Got the assist at the end as well there. I mean, even if he didn't get an assist, he still, for me, get around 8.4, 8.5, regardless. So it doesn't really matter too much. Thiago Pitcher, they're giving a 6.7 here. Absolutely disagree with this. I'll give him a 7.2 by minimum. Just by the fact that Thiago Pitcher was really nice in that match. I liked watching him play. He was really fluid with the ball. You know, fumbled a little bit sometimes, but he got the ball out of space a lot of times. So I'm really surprised with that low rating there. Brahim, 6.6. Only really notable for that first play in the first half of the game. He didn't really do much else in that match. So, yeah, I do agree, 6.6. Could really go up to a 6.8, but, you know, we'll stick with that one. He didn't play a full 90 as well. Valverde, 7.2. I would give him a 7.5. He is always good. I don't know why they underrate him so much in this rating app. 7.5, just all around solid. Trent, 7.5. I'm actually going to go ahead and give Trent an 8. I think Trent was phenomenal. His crossing ability, phenomenal. The corners that he was taking were so good. So, yeah, I'd give him an 8. Rudiger 6.2. I'm just going to give Rudiger just 6.5. I don't know, just regular default rating. I think an average rating. He did a lot of silly mistakes, but he did a lot of fine mistakes. A lot of good gameplay as well, so it sort of balances each other out. Hulson got a 6.9. I'm going to give him a 6.5. I'm going to give him the same rating as Rudiger. Same thing there. Not really going to change it up a lot. Fran Garcia, 6.7. I'm going to also give Fran Garcia 7. I think he was really good. Solid runs on the wing. Just not the most exceptional, but solid on the wing. And then, of course, we'll do the subs in a second. But first, W's. Bartolo for the Dono. Watch the DinoDoomz edit. Yeah, sure, I'll watch the DinoDoomz edit before we end. W's. I'll add that onto the Dono board. So, and you get the points as well for that one, which is a dub. Probably puts you in first place, technically. Bartolo. So. There we go. W Dono. W Bartolo. W's. Yes, okay, I'll click that account in a sec. Just let me rate these final players. Courtois 7. I'm going to give Courtois an 8 because he's a W. And W Scotty as well for the 3-month renewal as well. You're going to get a... Is that in the message or is that like... I think it's a renewal message. I don't know. I'll add that to the Dono board. Why not? And I'll give you the renewal points as well, Scotty, of course. So, W Scotty. Yeah, Bartolo's pulling away into first place now. And fair enough. W Dono from Scotty as well. Okay, well, Scotty doesn't want that first place to be... The second place to be stolen. So, W's from Scotty. Righteous indeed. Courtois 8. I'm just going to say the rapid fire the rest of the ratings. Courtois 8. Lunin 7.5. They gave him 7.2 here. Kylian Mbappe 6.3 they gave him. I'm going to give him a 6.5. Don't think he deserves a 6.3. Dive sort of tanked him down for me from a 7. Camavinga 6.3. I'm going to give him a 6.5. Just average. Manuel Angel gets 6.1 he got. I'm going to give him a 6.5 again. Average. Not really going to rank him anything else. And Carvajal. I'm going to actually, they've given him no rating. I'm giving him 7. Pretty solid at the end. Am I going to watch the Al Hilal game tomorrow? It will be big. Let me check. It's against, the Olali Al Hilal game. Okay, yeah. You know what? I'll watch that. Yeah, it's the cup. Yeah, I'll watch that cup game. I will be hating on both teams, though, if that's fine, Jack. I'll be hating on both. Because I hate Olali. I actually hate Tony so much with my life. And I hate Al Hilal just because I don't like their team. But Tony especially. Tony is my least favorite player. That's why when I saw Kodsia lose, man, you should have seen the smile on my face. You guys do not understand how happy I was in that game. I was more happy in that game than watching the NASA game. That's how happy I was. I'm not even joking. It was crazy. Laughing at Tony, man. And he was making mistakes at the end. He was like falling over like a goofball. It's so funny to watch. Oh, that was so good. All right, let's take a look at this edit right now because why not? Here we go. Okay, supposed edit here from Bartolo. Okay, pull it up on the thing. Okay, there we go. I can't hear it. Like, let me put my headphones in so I can hear it first of all. Okay. Maybe I can hear it now. Let's give it a check. Okay, here we go. Start of stream. Middle of stream. Getting progress. W. Yeah, exactly. 100% of levels is what I do. Exactly. I am that guy. I am that guy. Exactly. You know, never question me. Never question me. I am that guy. Anyone ever questions me, you know you're wrong. Get out. You know, but to be fair, bro, I don't even know I was in the league. I thought that was just about foot. No! No, Scotty, the league is important. It's essential. The league is good. The league is very good. It's about a lot of benefits. Now, that's just anything in general. Pony sucks. Yeah, Al Penal, Al Haram, Penal, Pony, all the trash, you know. The satisfaction of me at the end of that game when they lost and they all went silent and started leaving the stadium and they were just all quiet, you know, they're cheering all the game. They cheered at 1-0. They were like, oh my God, we scored a goal. We're going to win the game against Garcia. We scored 1 goal. That's how much they rely on the refs in that team. That's how much they rely on Pony in that team. And they got kicked. Bye-bye. Satisfaction level 100%. Same satisfaction I have right now watching Man City get kicked from us by the next 10 years in this competition. We keep kicking them out. Bye-bye, City. See you later. More like never, you trashos. Absolute horrendous at football.
DinoDoomz cancel screen. Nice up the stream. Sandwich hops and edit is sharp and clean. Cuts and flips the rosy spin. Pixelated chaos, the wildest scene. The chat goes wild, the comments fly. Was the next up we're standing by. Dino reacts to video.
What the heck am I listening to?